Good morning. I am Master Sergeant Daniel Azell, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. Today's event is a celebration of the remarkable achievements of these graduating airmen. It is also a ceremony that both teaches and appreciates our United States military heritage. Over the last 7.5 weeks, these airmen have been transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warrior airmen with the foundation to serve in the world's greatest United States air and space forces. Once these airmen leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in their unique specialties. They will then transition onto numerous bases around the world, some working directly with our sister services. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. These airmen have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party and the playing of the national anthem.
Sergeant! Touch hut! Take head! Present! Huh! Anthem! Huh!
Ladies and gentlemen, rendering a flying salute to our graduated airmen are 4 T-6 Alphas. These aircraft are from the 559th Flying Training Squadron, 12th Flying Training Wing, Randolph Air Force Base, Texas. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Perez.
Good morning. If you would like to join me in prayer. Gracious God, today we entrust to your care these outstanding young women and men who have chosen to wear Air Force and Space Force blue. Watch over them and guide them as they work daily to defend the liberties and freedom we hold in common and which we deeply cherish. We pray that you bless their loved ones and their families. May they continue to be a source of comfort of them. Be their strength of these airmen and guardians each day as they sacrifice in defense of this nation. Some will be called heroes, others selfless, but at the end, all are airmen and guardians, strong and proud. May the coin that will be given today be used as a testament of their obligations to care for others and as evidence of a job well done. Today, we honor them as graduates. Tomorrow, they are our future, and in the days to come, the legacy of a great nation. Give them the strength that comes through adversity, the good judgment learned through experience, and the understanding born of deliberation. Be their comfort and guide them in this new stage of their career they are about to embark. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Perez. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the hosts for today's ceremony. The Commander and Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Colonel Megan Schaefer and Chief Master Sergeant Leary Gaitan. Our guest speaker, the Commander and Command Chief, 70th Intelligence Surveillance Reconnaissance Wing, Colonel Brian Tyler and Chief Master Sergeant Jeremiah Ross. From the graduating squadron, the Commander and Superintendent, 433rd Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Tony Arard and Chief Master Sergeant Tamara Strange. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Today's ceremony celebrates the remarkable accomplishments of this graduating class. Our nation's future rests upon the dedication of this new class of warriors, who we honor today. Chief Master Sergeant Ross will now say a few words.
Good morning, Airmen. I bet you that sounded pretty good, so let me say it one more time. Good morning, Airmen. Oh, let's do that again. Good morning, Airmen.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Our future looks awesome. All right, Airmen, you are joining a team of professionals dedicated to integrity, service, and excellence. The Airman's coin you will receive may seem as a simple coin, but it carries with it the history and heritage of our airmen. The men and women who have come before you have airlifted troops and supplies into the jungles of Vietnam, executed precision airstrikes in the deserts of Iraq and Afghanistan, delivered humanitarian aid to villages in Africa and South America. They have launched missiles and flown satellites, defended airstrips, and strengthened partnerships. They have stood on the North Pole and the South Pole and everywhere in between. And we cannot do all of that without our teammates, without you. I am grateful for the opportunity to share a moment with you here today, because 22 years ago this week, I stood in your boots out here at Lackland Air Force Base, graduating from basic military training. So thank you for this opportunity. My journey has been nothing short of an amazing ride, but it has not always been easy. I offer to you that I stand here today because of my teammates, my wingmen, and the family that I picked up along the way. Like most young adults, I did not come into the Air Force with the skills I needed to succeed as an adult, the life skills, right? My Air Force journey has had many highs and has had a few lows. There were moments of excitement, moments of joy, moments of anxiety, and moments of despair. There were multiple points in my career where I made mistakes. Let me say that again, where I made mistakes. Where Air Force requirements took precedent over my personal desires, creating internal angst and conflict, and at times where depression set in. You see, I want to share something with you personal, and I think it's important we talk about this stuff. I've been in mental health counseling 3 times throughout my career, and I still talk to my current counselor to this day. You need to know that it is okay to ask for help. You are part of a team, you are part of a family, and we are in this together. My wingmen, my mentors, my first sergeants saw me at the lowest points in my career. They picked me up, they dusted me off, and they pointed me in the direction of the tools that I needed to become successful and deal with adversity in my life and in my career. And that's what we need you to do. We need you to learn the best way for you to fight through adversity, because We can't do our mission without you. We need you to be the best version of yourselves to bring the fight to our adversaries. Listen, I'm a career intelligence professional. My security clearance is my livelihood, and guess what? I still have my security clearance while I'm seeking help for my mental health and my mental well-being. So you need to know that regardless of your career field or your Air Force specialty, that it's okay to ask for help. We are all in this together. Whether you realize it or not, your basic military training instructors started filling your kit bags with resiliency tools already. They taught you basic skills on how to work through adversity. They taught you how to lean on each other and how to work as a cohesive team. We need you to look after one another. Be good human beings. Help each other fight through the opportunities and the challenges we have as individuals, as teammates, and as a force. And remember, you are your sister's keeper, you are your brother's keeper, and we need all of you in the fight. In what little free time you've had over the last couple of months, I'm confident that some of you have shared conversation about what it's like in the real Air Force. Well, guess what? You are now one of us. You are part of the Air Force, and we are family. Thank you for being my wingman. Thank you for bringing the future faster, and thank you for being the airman our nation needs. Airmen, I leave you with this. You are joining a team that will look to you to define the character of our Air Force for years to come. We have the utmost faith in you because every time you recite the Airman's Creed, you adamantly proclaim that you will not fail, and we believe you. I hereby acknowledge your completion of all graduation requirements, have recommended to Colonel Schaefer and Chief Master Sergeant Gaitan that you receive your coveted Airman's Coin, which signifies your transition today from trainees to airmen. Congratulations and lead on, teammates. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the Venerable Airman's Coin, and for the first time, distinct Space Force coins to our Space Force graduates. The lore of military coins has many colorful suspected origins. However, a popular story stems from World War I, where American volunteers formed flying squadrons in France during the Great War. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze, with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave those medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces confiscated the pilot's possessions except for the pilot's medallion that he wore around his neck. While in confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped after crossing the front lines to safety. He came across a French outpost where he was initially thought to be a saboteur until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, several military units have developed their own coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins to recognize outstanding performances and achievements. The coins the airmen and space professionals receive today are unique in that they originate here at the gateway to the Air Force and are only given to those who complete this rigorous course of instruction. On one side of the airman's coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the first military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the year 1947, the birth date of the United States Air Force, and around the rim of the coin, the core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the newly recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in a half circle above the contemporary Air Force emblem is the Air Force motto, "Aim high, fly, fight, win." And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all who see this is inscribed, "Awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force." The Space Professional coin also has a distinctive design. On one side, it displays the original emblem of the Space Force, the Delta, which was first used by space units in 1961 and honors the heritage of the United States Space Force. Beneath the emblem is the year 2019, the birth date of the United States Space Force. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the Space Force motto, "Semper Supra," which translates to "always above." This represents the Space Force's role in establishing, maintaining, and preserving our nation's dominance and freedom of operations in the space domain. On the coin's border is a commemorative inscription that reads, "Awarded on the occasion of becoming a charter member of the United States Space Force."
Congratulations, Airman. Now how about that squadron pride? Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed.
Sergeant! Head, head!
I am an American airman. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Tyler will now come forward and say a few words.
Well, good morning. And let me begin by saying to the families, I can only imagine how proud you are and also disappointed that you can't be physically here to support your loved ones. 7.5 weeks ago, you entrusted us with our nation's treasure, your sons and daughters. Your support has pushed these airmen to successfully complete basic military training and join our world's greatest Air Force. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for your support and encouragement, but more importantly, thank you for your trust. We thank you for allowing us to be part of these airmen's journey and life's work. And we are grateful for your continuing support of your airmen and all the armed forces who defend our values and our homeland. It is my great honor to hold a ceremony introducing 668 airmen from the 433rd Training Squadron as our nation's newest airmen. What an impressive formation before us today. Airmen, you have achieved an important early step in your professional journey, and you inspire us with optimism about our nation's future. As you depart basic training for technical school and our ranks, I offer you a reminder, some advice, and a challenge. First, the reminder. Values matter. To be part of our Air Force, we expect, as a minimum standard, your disciplined commitment to integrity, service, and excellence. The integrity that allows you to perform your duty even when nobody is watching. The sense of service that subordinates yourself to the greater good. And the mentality that enables an unceasing pursuit of excellence, not necessarily perfection, but an expectation of greatness and the work ethic to continuously improve. Never forget that you joined us, airmen, and whether you wear this uniform for 4 years or 4 decades, we expect from each other these core values. Second, the advice. Aim high. This is a choice, and it is the essence of what it means to be an airman. Let me share the words of American poet William Arthur Ward, who captured the idea well in his work entitled, Do More. Do more than belong. Participate. Do more than care. Help. Do more than believe. Practice. Do more than be fair, be kind. Do more than forgive, forget. Do more than dream, work. Do more than teach, inspire. Do more than earn, enrich. Do more than give, serve. Do more than live, grow. Do more than suffer, triumph. Do more, airmen. Belong and participate. Care and help. Believe and practice. Be fair and be kind. Forgive and forget. Dream and work. Inspire, enrich, serve, grow, triumph. These words to do more should resonate with you. You who chose us. You who have already chosen to do more with your lives. Finally, the challenge. Lead on. Starting today, the oath of enlistment you are about to swear is your invitation to lead. And we need you. We need the best version of you. And we need you to aim high, to lead, and to do more every day. Our Air Force Chief of Staff, General C.Q. Brown, implores us to accelerate change or lose. You see, you have joined the world's greatest air and space force without a doubt. And for generations, we have mastered the air and space domains, operated in the information environment, dominated the electromagnetic spectrum, and proven peerless in our global vigilance, global reach, and global power. However, air and space superiority is not a birthright. We must be ready to fight for it. And the aspirations, investments, and actions of China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea suggest that we are already in an air and space power race against revisionist regimes with very different worldviews than our own. And so we need you, your minds, your intellect, your fresh perspectives and ideas, your innovative spirit, your energy and passion, your hands and body, your leadership, the best version of yourself, and all of the many talents and characteristics that make you, you. With a baseline of integrity, service, and excellence, together, all of us can do more to lead, accelerate the progress we need, and rise to the expectation of our nation. Congratulations again, Airmen. Aim high and lead on. At this time, let's take this opportunity to recognize basic military training's most outstanding performers. Someone who demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. These airmen surpassed all others in the challenges of training and earned the distinction of being the top graduates of this class. The top graduates are from Flights 435 and 572, Airman Ethan Obenauer and Airman Chad Cohn. The recruiter of Airman Obenauer is Staff Sergeant Amanda Croft from the 345th Recruiting Squadron, 131st Bomb Wing, Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. And the recruiter of Airman Cohn is Technical Sergeant Christopher Fredulis from the 369th Recruiting Squadron, 154th Fighter Wing, Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Hickam, Oahu. Congratulations. I just have one more question for you now. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest air and space forces? I believe they are ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Tyler will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Sergeant! Hey!
please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States. And the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, Airmen, and welcome to the world's greatest air and space forces.
Thank you, Colonel Tyler. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the Air Force song and the departure of our official party.
1, 2, and sing! Choose for the left! Outward! March!
From the 433rd Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight 434, led by Staff Sergeant Anthony Abraham, military training instructor, hometown, Chicago, Illinois. Flight 435, led by Staff Sergeant Drayson Reese, military training instructor, hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Flight 529, led by Technical Sergeant Cody Harper, military training instructor, hometown, Iowa Park, Texas. Flight 436, led by Technical Sergeant Mykesha Jones, military training instructor, hometown, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Flight 437, led by Technical Sergeant Joseph Saldivar, military training instructor, hometown, Tracy, California. Flight 438, led by Technical Sergeant Joshua Gora, military training instructor, hometown, Hazel Park, Michigan. Commander's Excellence Flight 439, led by Master Sergeant James Blackstock, military training instructor, hometown, Greensboro, North Carolina. Flight 440, led by Technical Sergeant Jenna Carr, military training instructor, hometown, Swanton, Ohio. Flight 441, led by Technical Sergeant Kyle Edmondson, military training instructor, hometown, Suisun City, California. Flight 442, led by Technical Sergeant Elise Williams Kilford, military training instructor, hometown, Tampa, Florida. Flight 443, led by Staff Sergeant Sarah Bento, military training instructor, hometown, San Jose, California. PT Excellence Flight 444, led by Technical Sergeant Kenzie Kenton, military training instructor, hometown, Gibbon, Nebraska. Flight 446, led by Technical Sergeant Jeremy Glenn, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Seattle, Washington. Academic Excellence Flight 447, led by Staff Sergeant Jacob Sprague, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Tucson, Arizona. From the 324th Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight 572, led by Technical Sergeant Dexter Corbett, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Washington, D.C. Flight 448, led by Master Sergeant Joshua Cox, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Syracuse, New York. Flight 450, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Trent, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Miami, Florida. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 573, led by Technical Sergeant James Stewart, Military Training Instructor, Hometown, Rapids, Iowa.